Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on an injury.
I caught up with Coach Franklin before the game. They continue to be without their starting running back, but the good news, their backup is off to a terrific start. He was able to step in and have a very productive game last week. We'll see if he's able to keep up that same energy and same stamina here today. Guys, back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. The Gators headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll try it over the left side. Stop right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Smith dropping to pass. It's complete to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. Got him on the RPO. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
The give. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, gonna throw it. Zings it complete to the right. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Turning it on! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
The Ducks want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They give it to him again. Here's a little room there. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force him either to kick a field goal or get no points. And this drive is still a success.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Oh, he's got some space. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Gonna run it. It's Melton. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to the well. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Melton. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Gators decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They punt it away on 4th down. Makes a move. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Sells to run, looking to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
Wants to go up top on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And I really love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you could put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up, and you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
Rashad Downs going up top. Rush right in his face. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Quarterback keep. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quick give. It's Melton. Got enough for the first down. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He'll try to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
They'll send the back in motion. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll need a bunch on second down. This time they'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. They've got him. Great pressure on this defense.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Third and short now from their own 48. Burrowing for yardage. And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be fourth down. Snapped on fourth down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Direct snap. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 34.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Warren. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Makes the grab, and there's got some room in it to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
They've hit them with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Drops back on 1st down. Hauls it in. There he goes. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Give to the back. Breaks the tackle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Makes the grab. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup.
He's out of bounds at the 38. Good enough for a first down.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. The quick out. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Working the ground game. Driven back.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his target. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Grabs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. He marched 78 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line, corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at the 34. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st. Back's got it on the screen. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with FIU taking on the number 21 team, the North Texas Mean Green. And it's FIU with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. As we check in on these top 25 matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football is.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. You're going to find out here.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard quickly. Got into the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. Not a lot of room to field this one. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He'll try the left side. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Right back to it. Breaks into the open. Enough to move the chains. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And how about stubbornness being rewarded for this offense? Like, they gave it to him, and sometimes that will deter people when you hand it to him and he doesn't get a good gain. But, nah, stick right to it. Give him the ball again. Nice job getting the play. Nice job by this offense staying stubborn with the running game.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Fires to the big fella. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Oregon! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 72 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The run inside. It's Melton. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards. The 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Left side is Avery. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route. Coming from the slot receiver, they get the completion.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter down's going to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Going with the ground game left. Smashes ahead. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He is in. Touchdown Ducks. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. And his throw is incomplete.
And man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Making the adjustment on the play. Third down play from the gun. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Showing the arm strength to the left. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Warren. Breaks the tackle, and he might have room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. And the Gators will hustle to the line. Selling the fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He splits the uprights. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Running to the left. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll run it. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Pulls and fired complete. Turning it on. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get into those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll ride him again. Might have a chance. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 35, he's loose. Wide open space. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a crease. It's Melton. Down he goes.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The give on the counter. Crosses to 40. Turns it on in midfield. Racing down the left side. Inside the... And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gators! Getting aggressive here and going for 2.
Slide. Booster. Return. Ready, go.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap on first down, wants to throw. On the move. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Long way to go on second down. Some misdirection with the counter. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. A run for the quarterback. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, this lead is still at 12, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Tells the run, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Quarterback changing the play. Second down to the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Needs it here on fourth down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Drops back on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Wants to throw one first. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. grabbed in the backfield. It's Melton. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Keeps it on the ground. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Got to make the play on fourth. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to. They had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.